Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In the last episode, we took on this island of, was the Isle of Frost, I believe, or something like that? I still don't remember, but we helped the Anukis out, we may have passed all the Yook, we're here in front of the Temple of Ice, it's time for a new dungeon, let's get started! Yeah, that's a thing you can do, by the way. Anyway, let's actually get started. That was moving on. So, the Temple of Ice, very weird temple. I'm gonna leave it at that. It just feels like the temples in this game, like especially late game, they just don't really feel very organized. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I love the puzzles are interesting enough, but it's just, I don't know, there's just something that feels so off about this dungeon to me, but it's still a fun dungeon, so we'll go ahead and have a good time. There's these weird statue things, we can't really do anything with them right now, though. As you can see, we have the red-blue things, but we're gonna have to learn early on, because this game makes a huge use of it, the whole having to bomb these things so you can get through. Bomb shoes also an option, but you can do this, this area without bomb shoes, and actually gives you plenty of bombs, so the game expects you to just use bombs, and really that's all you need to use, so while you can use bomb shoes to simplify those kind of puzzles, there's really no reason to, so we won't really bother. There's a lot of extra bombs there. The game basically just hands you free bombs everywhere, because, well, you kind of need it, because we need to get past the red spot here, and the only switch is over here, so we kind of do the same thing again, because if we hit it, we won't be able to go all the way back, because we head this way, and there's still a blue thing guarding it. So what we need to do is basically press a bomb and then book it. So place the bomb down, run, and eventually it'll blow up and you will be a-okay. So the game pretty much introduces you to that concept. It's a concept we're going to have to do quite often during this. Also, one thing to note is you can't draw on this part of the map for some reason, so that's a thing. But here we are, third floor, very big floor, and we're gonna have a lot to do in this area. So go ahead and get some like weird graphical glitches going on in the corner there. Okay then, not sure what that's all about, but we need to actually we really don't need to use the waste an arrow here. We can use a boomerang. Basically, you hit the switch over here. Just come on, I know you. There we go. I don't know why that first one didn't work, but stay on the peg. Don't forget the peg puts you up a height level or whatever you want to call it. And it'll allow us to hit that switch. Head over here. Watch out for the ice, by the way. Next time we go to one of those ice barriers, I'll show you if you actually run into those ice barriers, you will freeze yourself. And that's no fun. So let's not do that. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, there's ice physics here in these dark blue areas, and that includes the bridge here. So be careful of that. I mean, it's your usual ice physics. So this floor has a couple puzzles. Well, first of all, 100 rupees, always good. But this floor has a few puzzles. The first one involves this the switch pattern here. We have to kind of figure out, you know, which ones to pull and what order to pull them. Watch me accidentally get it right just by guessing randomly. But no, of course. So we had to figure out the right order to push this in. We've seen this kind of puzzle all the time. These guys are interesting. You can't attack them because they have a steel mask on. They also charge you if you see them. You need to actually attack them from behind up until we get a certain point. The new dungeon item will actually help us out with those guys tremendously. So we can't get past this door until we deal with the puzzle with the switches. So what we need to do is find clues. And our first clue will be right here. Pull the 4 levers in order to open your way. Draw a line due north, and that location will be last. So we'll go ahead into our map here. We're right here, draw a line north. This one is number 4. We don't need the line anymore. There. So that one's number 4. We know that for a fact. So now that we have that information, we can just go ahead and continue on our merry way, deal with weird mask spider thing. Stop. Rude. You know what? I don't even care about you. Ha! Knocked you in a pit. That's another way you can deal with them if you are so inclined to do so. Are you gonna tell us about treasure chests in this area? Yeah, you are. Aw, man. Let's go ahead and figure out where they are. They're up on this part of the map. Oops. Oh, well, okay, I think it was... Okay, let's just go ahead and... I know it's an extra 20 rupees, but where was it again? It was over there. Let's actually, you know, put it down before I reset that. So, oops, 20 rupees wasted because I was a doofus. Oh man, not 20 rupees. I mean, it's only, you know, you only have to kill one of those little munchkin things to get 20 rupees in this game. I mean, heaven forbid I waste that. So, first pull the lever on the far left, so let's head to our map, and we know it's 1 4, and then there's 2 more left. So, because the 4 one, it basically is the second one in the list. That's where it ends up being if you look. So, that's how it works. Hello, spider. But oh, really? These spiders are so precise. Exactly, you have to hit them like perfectly in the back, or it doesn't count. I don't have to kill all of them, really. It's just like they're just in the way. Oh, stop! Jesus, leave me alone! So rude. So rude. Anyway, I can't make it to this treasure though because it's blocked by a thing here. Hello, guy. Bye-bye, guy. Hey, rupee. Yay, money. So pull the 4 levers in order to open your way, and pull the one from the tongue second. There's basically a tongue thing over here. It's actually right where this thing is, which means the order is 1, 4, 3, 2. Which I drew really poorly, but that's essentially the order. So now that we have, because I mean, basically, you know, we found the information of 3 of them, so by deduction, the 4th one or the 3rd one has to be 3rd, essentially. So we know the order just out of deduction. So 1, 2, because you see the tongue things here, creepy tongue thing. 3, and then 4. Pull all those, the door will open, and the first half of this puzzle has been completed. So now we need to take on the second half of the puzzle. So we head up here, we have to deal with yet another spider thing, which I don't appreciate. You know what, I don't even want to bother with you. By the way, ice keys. Ice everything in this dungeon. They will freeze you if they hit you, so do yourself a favor, don't deal with them, use your bow. Bow always helps. I mean, shockwaves can help as well, but it's not as reliable as the bow. And in this case, probably you're dead. Also, I see you're over here too. Boom! Headshot. So there's these 4 switches here. Well, there's 2 of them we've seen so far, but there's 4 of them basically. And we can't do anything with them quite yet. And then I fell off the freaking thing. Ice physics will be the bane of my existence. Wonderful. Alright, well, let's head back up here once again. Once more, with feeling. Oh my god, I fell off again, because that has ice physics on it too, doesn't it? Or no, I just fell off because I'm a jerk. Okay, well, that's good to know. You know what? I don't like you, spider. You know what? You go down there. There. How do you like me now, spider thing? Anyway, let's not fall off the cliff this time. Just slowly, and go. I see you, I see you, I see you. Boom! Boom! There we go, you're dead. Alright, so now that we're over here, the gate. Oh, actually, it mentions there's a switch over here, which we need to actually deal with. It's on a lower level, though, so our only bet to actually hit it is a very well-placed bomb, which I think that one will not hit it. Okay, let's back up a little bit. There we go. That'll do it. We'll fall down here as well because it gives us access to this treasure chest now that the blue thing's out of the way. And that will give us a wisdom gem. So that's always a good thing. Definitely glad to have one of those. I think if I remember correctly, there's 2 gems we can get in this dungeon, which makes up for the 0 gems I guess we got in the last dungeon. The Gorons are a ripoff, man. So now the red things are up. It's just kind of a pain in the butt, but oh hi, you're still here. You know what sounds really nice right now? Falling in a pit. Stupid spider. Those things will be easy enough to deal with very soon, which will be nice. Anyway, we finally make it to this middle area, where this thing gives us a little hint. You have to stand on the blue tile and follow the numbers below. 1, 2, or well, 2, 1, 3, 4. Which basically means we have to hit, use our boomerang. It's a boomerang switch puzzle. We haven't had one of these in a long time, but 1, 2, 3, 4. It's basically just a giant circle. So hit all 4 switches with 1 boomerang, and that will cause a key to spawn, and that will solve the puzzle of this floor. And that's pretty much about a third of the dungeon right there. So this dungeon's basically just 3 giant rooms that constitute like 3 different puzzles essentially, which are fairly lengthy puzzles. That's kind of the way this dungeon works, kind of. But we got past this one, we just head over this way, enter the key in the door, and we can move onward. So, success, success, success. Got rid of all the stupid spiders, which were really annoying. Enter this room, the door locks, and we have to deal with more Yooks. I mean, don't forget, this is Yook territory. We're gonna have to deal with quite a few of these Yooks as we're going on here, including a brown one and a white one. So I guess the brown ones are just more stronger. Hi, you're here. Ow! That was my face. My face does not appreciate this. Can you breathe, please? Thank you. Die. Poke, poke, poke your butt. Poke, poke your butt. You can have one too. Poke your butt too. Yeah, this is exciting. So kill the Yooks. I mean, we know how to deal with them. We've killed several of them along the way here. Just, I mean, bombs. Bombs are so used in this dungeon. You get lots and lots of bombs and arrows. The game definitely loves their bombs and arrows, for sure. The ice melts as well when you beat them, and we're now allowed to get the dungeon item, which is going to be a really good one, the grappling hook. It's kind of this game's hook shot of sorts. So light objects will be pulled to you, and you'll be pulled to heavy objects. But that's not all. I accidentally blew up that bomb with my shockwave. Whoops. So there's a lot of uses for this grappling hook. You can use it to pull things. You can use jump in a pit because they forgot to use it. But yeah, you can pull yourself across to pegs finally. So these pegs finally have a use. You can pull yourself to torches. You can pull yourself to all sorts of things. So all these pegs around that we've seen around the area, we have all around the world basically. Now that we have the grappling hook, we can actually do something with all of them. And believe me, that's what we're going to be doing next episode. And it's going to be quite an episode of just getting lots and lots of secrets that have opened up now that we have the ability to use the grappling hook. So that will be the story of our life very soon. But we now have the grappling hook, so let's continue our way in the dungeon. You can see these spiders are now really simple because you can demask them with just one simple grapple. These statues give you a little hint here. They see those whose tongues are pulled down. Can't do anything with them, but we can do stuff with the ones whose tongues are up. We can actually pull them down, and it pretty much acts like a switch. That'll get rid of the ice, which I forgot once again to show off what happens if you touch it. But there'll be ample opportunity to do that at some point in the dungeon. So there's that. You can pull across. There's also some other uses for the grappling hook, but I'll get to exactly what those uses are once the dungeon introduces us to them, because the dungeon will pretty much explain all the different things you can do with the grappling hook as you go throughout the dungeon. So there's ice here. Basically, it's a gate that will actually freeze you and hurt you if you touch it. So there, demonstrated finally after I forgot twice to do that. That's what happens if you run to the freezy gates. They apparently instantly freeze you. I'm not sure ice that instantly can freeze someone, but I guess it's magic ice. So we're led back to the beginning, and we have these statues here, which have their tongues up, which means you can pull them both down with the grappling hook. And as you can imagine, that will... I guess we need to be at a better angle. The rope does kind of need to pull at a certain angle, and the game actually does respect that, so don't forget that. You actually kind of want to be head-on, like, you want to be straight head-on to the thing before you you use the grappling hook, or it won't quite work as well as you would like it to. So, and by the way, the tongue bite that switches on the 3rd floor, that one doesn't count because, or that one, what am I trying to say? Basically, the reason that one isn't something that we have to do anything with because that tongue's already closed, so it's like it's already activated. It's just there for a marker, basically. So don't worry about that. There's no hidden secret on that floor using the grappling hook. No reason to go back. Anyway, bomb this wall, accidentally run into the spikes, hit the switch, and it'll cause a treasure chest to spawn. Treasure chests are also something we can grapple hook to, though. So we grapple hook across using the treasure chest, and we get a big red ruby. You're worth 200 rupees. So as always, the dungeons are giving us plenty of moolah, so we can use that. Head down here, and we're at a seemingly dead end, but as we know in this game, when there's a dead end, a little hint by the wall, generally it's bombable. And this one's no exception. So bomb that wall. We can continue onward. Get a little wibbly wobbly timey wimey here, who's like boing, the great and ominous tightrope challenge. So do you fully comprehend what that means? No. So basically, where is this tightrope? We can make tightropes by using the grappling hook. Not really sure how that works logically and physically, but that's something we can do with the grappling hook. That's actually kind of cool, the creation of ropes. So if you say yes, by the way, it's like, life is like is a tightrope rock. No one knows what will happen when you're in the middle. That's terrifying, by the way. Not so sure how I feel about these tightropes now. Anyway, we're gonna head. We can head either left or right. We're gonna head right first, for reasons. So basically, you just connect the two, and you can tightrope across, and that's pretty awesome. The reason, by the way, you don't want to just pull is because there's no room for you to land. You'll fall instantly in the pit. So basically, between any 2 points, you can actually just create a rope instead. And that rope will be used for a bunch of different things very soon. But we'll get to all those. Like I said, the dungeon basically is a giant tutorial on how to use the grappling hook, essentially. It'll teach us all of the different mechanics as we go throughout the dungeon. So, hi, Mr. Friend. You are a friend. You have no face. Let me slash your butt. Your butt. There we go. Almost ruined my song, sir. Now, here's another interesting thing with the grappling hook. We have a switch here. a switch here. Okay, let's try again. A switch here. You can pull the tongue out. It'll cause the ice to melt. However, it's on a timer. And as you can see, the tongue is going back, and the timer's really short. We don't have nearly enough time to get down there. And that's because the trick is, we actually want to go back as far as possible here, and then pull the tongue out, because it'll make the tongue pull out even farther, and this will greatly extend the amount of time on the timer, which will thus give us a lot more time, give us enough time to get down there if we can navigate the ice, or maybe not enough time. Haha! It starts beeping really fast, way earlier than it should, because it makes you think you're running out of time, and in reality, you really have more than enough time. I don't know why it beeps so early. It kind of throws you off there. It's a little mean. So hit the switch. It'll cause a bridge to come out here. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like there was a point to coming down here, and I don't remember what. Because we made it down there, but oh, duh, we forgot to pull this switch. Grappling hook can also pull these things. Causes the chest to appear there. May have skipped a step in that process. Well, at least we have easy access to this now. We can go ahead and grab it, and that'll give us a small key, which we can use to unlock a door, and said door happens to be up here. So let's go ahead and unlock. There's a treasure chest in there, and one of those little red-blue switches, which we need to hit, basically, in order for us to... That's why we chose the right path instead of the left path, is because we need this path in order to... Also, the wisdom gems here. Our head's also in the wall once again. Seems to be a trend that Link likes to just put his head into walls and glitch him out. As you can see, there's a blue switch thing here, so if we try to tap this, it's just gonna make it so we can't leave. So once again, use bombs wisely, and we'll be able to bring the red switches down and the blue switches up, and that will allow us to do things on the left path. So that's why we didn't do anything on the that's why we did not use the left path first, because we needed to do stuff on the right path for us to be able to do that first. Now, there is a certain thing we can do here, and I think actually I think the other side's a little bit better for this. There's a few things we need to do. First of all, tightrope across this. As you tightrope across, you'll see there's an eye thing here, but there's a fence blocking it, so we can't actually do anything with this for now. But as you can see, there's also 4 switches around the area. So we need to, once again, use the boomerang. Once again, we're using all the items now, which is kind of cool. That's one of the things this game does, right, is it makes you use all the items quite a lot. I'm not sure where you're supposed to throw this boomerang from, but right here works. You can hit all 4 switches, it'll melt that ice, and it'll allow you to shoot the eye. So, great success there. Head over here, aim your bow, shoot the eye, and that will melt the ice over on this end, which will then give us another tongue to deal with, and then from there we basically have an interesting sort of segment to do. Also, I think we can bomb this. This is bombable, yes? It is! So we can get a slight shortcut back there, which is actually going to be needed because this is a time section. So we use our grappling hook, pull the tongue out. As before, though, you want to pull the tongue out all the way because this is, once again, another time door. It opens the door way up there. And as you can see, we don't have much time. So what we need to do is go as far back as possible, really pull this tongue out nice and far. So far. So very far. And this will give us a lot of time to get to that door, which was needed because we don't even know how to get to that door yet. We haven't been there yet. But the way to do that is we need to basically navigate a sort of puzzle using the grappling hook and quickly grappling to and from different places in order to get to that door. I fell in the pit. At least it doesn't kill our... Wow, path... Oh, okay. I thought it was starting to beep fast. Once you get past the door, it basically just turns off the timer and you're able to just do this whenever you want. Talk to this guy and he'll be like, boing, boing, there's no treasure chest left on the floor, so on and so forth. By the way, since I haven't demonstrated it yet, I do want to... I accidentally just made a rope in between those two things, didn't I? Where's a bat? I want to kill a bat. Where's my bat buddy? I fell down here. The grappling hook, by the way, can actually kill things. So it's very useful against things like the keys and whatnot. It's basically a free bow shot, essentially, which is kind of nice. So there's that. As you can see, the boss door is right here, so we could technically go to the boss, except we need the nightmare key. So like I said, there's basically 3 different floors with puzzles on them. That was floor 2, now we're on floor 3.